Good afternoon and welcome to EBTV's coverage of East Brunswick High School athletics. This afternoon, the Bears host the Vikings of South Brunswick. Boys lacrosse action here at J. Doyle Field. Hello, I'm Ken Saroka, bringing all the action to you on EBTV of this early season matchup in the Red Division between the EB Bears and South Brunswick. Bears just started the season. They had a travel game on Saturday up to Vernon Township, loss. So that's their only game so far, and South Brunswick played an out-of-conference, out-of-state game against, what if I can read my notes right, Oceanside Glenview or Ocean View Glenside, can't read the writing there, but they were successful in their opening contest. The South Brunswick Vikings, a very veteran lineup here. Lots of seniors here, seniors and juniors, whereas the East Brunswick lineup, a healthy mix of sophomores, juniors, and seniors for Coach Rory Murray. Beautiful day, weather conditions not a problem. We're settling into this nice, rather seasonal spring weather here. The turf is fast. If I borrow a racing analogy, the turf is fast, and we should be able to give you a very good, exciting game today. And we'll be back with the opening draw in just a moment. And we're back at J. Doyle Field on a beautiful day, a little bit breezy. The breeze coming from the northwest, blowing the flags around pretty stiffly here, as you see on the uniforms. Bears will be in the home white with green numerals, and South Brunswick will be in the traveling black with yellow and white. Goaltenders will meet at midfield. Teams will shake hands and then head to their respective goals. In goal for the Bears, number 17, junior John Glasscock. And for the Vikings of South Brunswick, number 6, Brad Lehan, also a junior. Okay, South Brunswick with the ball. Comes into the box. Gets a chance, a shot off the pipe. Dominic Volanti. Volanti is one of those names you're going to hear a lot today. I'm talking with the coaches earlier. Inside, looking for a shot. Glasscock takes it off the chest. And now looking to clear. Walking it up slowly, patiently here. And Bears now will operate on offense and working it behind the net there. Having a little bit of trouble with that Wesley Lynch. Ball is on the ground, looking to pick it up. Defenders there trying to knock him, force out, but South Brunswick comes on. They're going to call out of bounds. Playing on the, what you can't see is very difficult to see the blue lines here. On attack for the Bears, and that'll be a consistent attack line. John Krajewski. That ball is going out to the midfield area, picked up. Run back into the box, looking down behind the net. Number 11, Wesley Lynch, now working out the midfield line in front. Pushed out of the way there is Jason Muniz. Jason Muniz, driven off the play. Anthony Fisher, and completing that midfield line, again, Jason Muniz, and number 10, Shane McNevin. Muniz, playing around the outside of the box, going back behind. Lynch had problems. Wesley Lynch had problems with that, and it's corralled by Lennon, the goalie. And not a good possession there for the Bears, who are looking to get their first win of the season after losing 10-2 to Vernon on Saturday. Bears trying to press here, prevent easy crossing here. That's Dominic Volante. Volante coming down into the box. Will now drop it back, and South Brunswick looks to set up. Danny Joseph passing it out. That's Sean Sterner. Check there. Good defensive pressure, trying to deny entry. That's Jake Krantz on defense there, the long stick. Now coming in straight down the middle, looking for a chance, an opportunity there, and another good defensive switch there. And coming out, but now the ball worked behind the cage. In front, shot muffled down. Volante's trying to pick it up gets crunched, and the ball is on the ground and picked up nicely there by Glasscock. And Glasscock did not get out of the crease in time. 4-second violation. Goalie cannot just sit back inside their crease area and watch as everything goes. That's why you saw Glasscock on the first offensive possession get out and move around. But referee on that side called it. 8:43 left to go first quarter, no score. South Brunswick with 2 shots on goal. Now switch here in the midfield lines. Shot, high shot, not a lot of treachery there. Bruce Redfield with that. Pass down inside. Lynch could not control it. Looking for that kind of one-timer pass. And Lynch could not control it. As down there passing, John Krajewski, part of the attack line for the Bears. South Brunswick once again operating on offense. Volante looking, bouncing, goes wide. Now on shots, if they go out the back end line, it's closest to the ball, and that in case possession awarded to South Brunswick. Ball knocked out, picked up by Jake Krantz. Krantz looking downfield, try to reach the midfielder down there, but it goes past Michael Salimi. And South Brunswick once again will operate on offense. Neither team has made any real material changes, although Volante is going to come off now. Behind the cage, looking. Trying to keep South Brunswick out as far away from the cage as possible. Now operating behind. Defenders for East Brunswick. Patiently keeping South Brunswick out. Pass is going to go out of bounds. Nope. Just corralling it before reaching out of bounds. Ah, nice pick there by Krantz to knock the ball out back on the ground. And that's a loose ball push, and we're going to get a penalty there. And East Brunswick will have their first man-up advantage. 30-second foul called on South Brunswick. 6-on-5 in the offensive attack zone for the Bears. Good opportunity here to organize and get that first goal. Shane McNevin's going to trigger it from center, midfield. McNevin, McHugh. McNevin, McHugh, and Mooney's on the midfield line there. Working around, looking. Again, clock is running here on the penalty on the man up. Lynch picks it up, looking for help, gets none, going to bull his way through. Instead, passes it, and Brunswick will work behind. Penalty has expired. Team's at full strength. 6 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. That pass is knocked down and intercepted by the South Brunswick defense, and they'll bring it across midfield. Change in the defense here as East Brunswick brings on another long stick, and that's Krantz coming on. So East Brunswick playing with 4 long stick defenders and 2 short stick midfielders. Looking inside, and that shot from point blank range by Volante is snuffed out by Glasscock. And we're going to get a penalty there for a loose ball push. And East Brunswick will be man down now. That infraction was called on Daniel Robinson. East Brunswick kind of zoning it up here on defense. That was an errant pass, and Volante, I don't know if he's mad at himself for taking his eye off it or mad about the waywardness of that throw, but either way, East Brunswick's going to have possession with a chance to run out this man disadvantage. Glasscock can take it now. Oh, and he falls down. Ball is on the ground, but he picks it up. Well, and that pass going through, and Glasscock's out of position, but the long stick defender there for South Brunswick could not take advantage of it. Failure to advance. Didn't get it in the box there, that blue box that really looks kind of, it's a hard blue line to see, but it's really just inside the 30-yard marker here on both sides of the field. Bears looking to clear here. South Brunswick with a good ride here, forcing the ball on the ground, turnover. Volante picks it up, and his shot is snuffed out, and if it wasn't for Glasscock, this score should be 2 or 3 to 0 in favor of South Brunswick. Glasscock has come up big each time. Now East Brunswick has the ball across midfield. Lynch. Muniz. Again, midfield lines change occasionally, but pretty much the same set group here. McHugh working in and out. East Brunswick trying to change the point of attack here. Trying to come down is Shane McNevin. Behind the net to Lynch. East Brunswick content to look for the opening here. Still waiting for that first shot on goal. Muniz getting pressured there by Volante. Lynch using that superior size to break it inside. Shot and a score as he rolls the cage, finds the opening, looks like short side. And East Brunswick goes up 1-0. It wasn't the prettiest of plays, but it was effective, getting in that close and finding the opening. Draw at midfield. For South Brunswick, it looks like 21, Chris Simmons. And for the Bears, Shane McNevin. Procedure. And it will go the other way. South Brunswick now playing behind the net, waiting for the attackman to get set up. Change in midfield lines here, as it seems like that first unit for South Brunswick is now back on. Sterner looking behind the net for Danny Joseph. Ball on the ground. 2 men chasing there, and one peels off. Back out to the top now as Colin Quigley looking for that shot, and it goes wide. South Brunswick with the ball. 2:22 remaining first quarter. Score East Brunswick 1, South Brunswick 0. Danny Joseph getting worked over nicely there by the Bears defense. Again, Bears play 4 long stick defenders in regular set and then change one of them out when they go on offense. And somebody's going to get charged with a foul, a whacking, a slash 1-minute penalty there for South Brunswick. That'll give the Bears a man up, and you'll see the lines change out here. That was actually a foul on East Brunswick. Okay, the way the South Brunswick players were coming off, it looked like they were responsible for that. But that whack was by Colin Pennington, who will take the 1 minute penalty here, and the Bears will be down. Zoning it up on defense now as South Brunswick tries to work it around the box. And they've been well schooled on Volante. They know him. They've scouted him. They know that he's the trigger man here. So you're going to see the defenders really respond to him more so than the other players here. Bounce shot. And Glasscock comes up with it nicely. The one advantage of this new field turf and having that as opposed to the grass fields here is that you don't get the irregular hop, and that was very nicely picked up. Short-handed opportunity there for Ben Resch. And Lahan made the save. 3 defenders collapsing in on, but still able to bring it across is Colin Quigley. Sterner to Quigley to Volante. Volante shooting high. South Brunswick retains possession. Penalty is over. Penalty is over. South Brunswick retains possession. This is Gorzinski, or Gorzinaki looking. That was on the outside of the cage. Glasscock has to get out now. He gets outside the crease. And looking downfield and picking it up for the Bears. Here is Ben Resch. Looking downfield for the attack to Lynch. Lynch will go behind the cage, roll. He kind of had to shovel it back to himself, but unfortunately picked up by South Brunswick. Looking for that cutter down. Volante was well covered, who tried to come right straight down Broadway there. 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And that is the end of the first quarter. With our score, East Brunswick 1, South Brunswick no score. South Brunswick certainly had the better opportunities there, but junior goalie John Glasscock had many opportunities to save the Bears and did. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a moment. At the end of that first quarter, there was a penalty called for an offside, and that was on Patrick McHugh. I guess they were trying to change over lines there toward the end of the quarter, and either McHugh stepped across midfield if he was on the field or entered the field illegally, and they called him for an offside. So it will be South Brunswick possession as they switch sides. And as they switch sides here, South Brunswick will have the man advantage. Only scoring that first quarter was Wesley Lynch, rolling the cage nicely and scoring. Your captains here are John Henry Glasscock, the goalkeeper, who had 11 saves, and Jake Wojewicz, 27 on defense. South Brunswick looking to get that first goal. And a shot and a save, but the ball is loose and picked up on the outside now. Bears could easily waste this 30 seconds. Krantz brings it over. Long stick defender coming in, bounces shot, gets smothered in front by the midfielder. And now Krantz is winded and has to make it all the way back. South Brunswick with numbers. Long shot from the outside, but again, the true bounce and it on the turf, and Glasscock picks it up. Ball across midfield here. Bears now with a 4-on-3 break. A little bit bigger bounce there by McHugh, but it went over the cage. McHugh took it and went right down the middle looking for that wide open shot. Managed to bounce it over the cage. Bears will have it now. Again, penalty is over. Bears at full strength. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up A little bit of a delaying action there, but the ball is knocked across midfield, and it's picked up in that case for the Bears. Jake Wojciech. Wojciech now looking and calling for the ball, but no way there. Oh, and the goalie came out to meet. Ball's on the side. Who's going to pick it up here? Wojciech is trying to get down at it, but that long stick's a little more difficult. They're playing, looks like field hockey, pushing it along. And battle around the sideline, and playing the ball from out of bounds. Possession, South Brunswick. South Brunswick ready to set it up, go behind the net. That's Danny Gorzanaki. Inside roll, and off the post. That's the second post that was hit by South Brunswick. Krantz is going to pick it up and run it down the sideline. Bears taking their time now. First midfield line out there as Krantz is going to retreat back to midfield, and coming across will be Anthony Fisher. Fisher now at the top, trying to break it in. Cuts inside, met by two defenders. Ball on the ground, picked up by Fisher. Gets knocked to the ground, no call though. And a break now for South Brunswick. Good stick check there. You heard that one even from up here. You could hear that one. But the pass goes wide, and McHugh cannot catch up to it. 8:59 left to go, second quarter. Bears up 1-0. South Brunswick has had plenty of opportunities. Unofficial count right now, 12 shots on goal. 2 of them hit the post. South Brunswick bringing it across. Valente taking a rest right now for South Brunswick. It's Gorzanaki. Gorzanaki looking for Anthony Cipriano. Cipriano's now going to try to roll the cage. Gets pushed down, and a loose ball push there. Getting a little explanation there, or trying to get a little explanation of the foul call, is Jake Wojciech. Loose ball push, or push from behind. Kind of hard when the guy's going down, losing control. If you touch them, they're going to call that every time, especially from a long stick. Coming out of the shadows there, South Brunswick now is 32nd man up. Valente's back on. Quigley, Sterner, Valente up top. Looking again to work and try to find that overload, that mismatch. Bears in basically a 2-1-2 defense. Shot goes wide. Penalty is over. And they're even up. Oh. Nice save, and a good corral of that rebound because it was popping up in the area of the crease. Glasscock picked it up, and again, saving the Bears' defense. Lynch. Krajewski. Waiting for help now as the Bears are changing out lines. Shane McNevin to Anthony Fisher. Fisher all the way over to Muniz. Muniz back to Lynch. Again, Bears content to wait. They're up 1-0. Valente out there on defense, and he's been a pest on defense as well. back behind the cage to Lynch. Goalie came out thinking it might be a shot. Yeah, and Lynch using his free arm to ward off, and you heard the referee talk about warding off. That's when you take your free hand, the one's not holding your stick, and push off or elbow off to create space. And there was a wide open South Brunswick attackman there. Standing in the crease area was Gorzanaki. Gorzanaki didn't get that pass clean. It went wide and out of bounds. A little confusion on the Bears sideline about who's going where, as the Bears change out some of their offensive personnel. And a crease violation there. And that's unconscionable when you don't have the ball and you're running through that area and you step in the crease. Again, Gorzanaki. Krantz knocks the ball out. Krantz has been a beast on defense today. Looking for the clear. Cross field to Wojciech. Wojciech gets it across midfield. Now the Bears have to get it in their restraining box, and they're in. That's Ben Resch, 3 on that far side. He entered at the last change of possession. Lynch looking inside, pass, shot is wide. And that was McNevin with the shot. Backing it up the play was McHugh. McHugh has, or he's going to let Resch take and trigger the play from behind the cage. There's Resch, actually. That was McNevin to Lynch to McHugh. Knocked out as McHugh maybe getting a little too fancy there around the cage, not as decisive, had it knocked out. South Brunswick looks to clear, and clear quickly they do. Although it passed a little high, picked up and corralled by the Vikings. 4:41 left to go, second quarter, 1-0 our score. Broadcasting on East Brunswick on EBTV. Boys lacrosse action against South Brunswick from J. Doyle Field. Hi, I'm Ken Saroka. Bring you all the action on a beautiful day here. Looking to gain an advantage, running all around the crease. Shot again, that hit the post again on the inside and bounces right and out of bounds. Unofficially 4 posts now, or crossbars that have been hit. South Brunswick. Looking, bounce shot. That one got muffled down and deflected wide, but picked up by South Brunswick. Inside, and that's the 5th post that's hit. You heard that one. As that rebound not corralled, South Brunswick retains possession, and their midfielders will work it around. That's what, again, Volante's looking for some room here. 2 checks. Flag on the outside, called by the outside ref. 1 minute slashing. It's okay to use that stick, but you got to make sure you make contact with the stick and not the body. And that not as pronounced as some of the other penalties we've had, but still an offensive player making a move to the cage. That's going to get called. Okay, South Brunswick looking now with 1 minute of man-up time here. Gorzanaki. Sterner to Quigley, to Volante behind the net. Around we go again. Shot goes wide. South Brunswick retains possession. Vellante looking. Again, going around the horn. Sterner, Quigley, Vellante, your midfield line here. That pass knocked down in front. A battle ensuing here. Rugby scrum battle. Bears will pick it up. Glasscock looking to trigger here. Nobody's pressuring him. No ride here. No pressure, so just waiting to see who breaks it open. And that cross midfield pass is picked up by the Bears, who have again changed out their midfield lines. That's Mike Salamini. And a failure to advance. That means not getting it inside the box, that restraining box in time. South Brunswick looking for the jailhouse break. Looking for that pass across the crease. And Krantz runs through people. That ball's on the ground, but picked up by the Bears. Shane McNevin to McHugh. He's going to work it back behind the cage to Lynch. Lynch to Krajewski, and his pass is knocked down. Nice lazy pass, no pressure there. Bringing it across, looking for the jailhouse break. South Brunswick maybe triggered that one a little too early. They had some time to set up. They had no pressure. But Redfield is cranking the shots. Danny Joseph getting pushed around. Ball's on the ground. That's picked up by Wojciech. Wojciech is looking for the goal keep, and now Krantz. And the Bears will operate now, taking across midfield with 1:23 left. Looking to score late in this quarter like they did last quarter. Looking for control. Krajewski to Lynch behind the cage. Bounce pass, hard to handle for Fisher. But fortunately, a loose ball push on that far sideline will give the Bears possession with 56 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, looking for that opening in front. Ben Resch looking to trigger now on the outside here, trying to break it in. Lynch, 30 seconds left to go. Bears content to work for a good shot here. Lynch looking to bull his way in, gets through, puts a bounce shot and scores. Oh, from his knees, managed to bounce it in, and I think that's probably what fooled the goalie. Goalie was expecting the full bull rush in there, and when Lynch was knocked to his knees, kind of jerked the goalie out of position, and a little bounce shot touches the cage, the net up top, and wow. Yep. Lynch scores his second of the game. One at the end of each quarter. Now 17.3 seconds remaining in this second quarter. What the Bears don't want to do is to give up a quick jailbreak kind of offensive rush here and find their 2-0 lead halved before the intermission. And procedure on the Bears. And timeout called by South Brunswick with 12 seconds left. They'll be diagramming a play. We'd like to thank the EBTV technical crew who come out here to J. Doyle Field during the spring season, and will set up a couple hours before each of the games here. Do a great job producing these games, and you'll see these games broadcast several times on EBTV during the course of the week. Sometimes they have a big sports marathon, but you can also stream these videos live. If you go to the EBTV website or the East Brunswick Public Library website and then click on the EBTV logo, you can reach the on-demand streaming, which includes all the programming, not just the sports programs like the live action coverage here of the East Brunswick High School Athletics or the Sports Talk Show, but also community programming events such as the school board and the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders meetings. Again, go to EBTV's website at the East Brunswick Public Library website, ebpl.org, and then click on streaming videos. 12.6 seconds remaining here. And we'll see how the East Brunswick Bears decide to play this now. If they're going to pressure the ball, Volante's going to take the ball. Volante's going to take the ball up top. Bears look like they're content to let him run it in and waste some time. Now, looks like the officials are talking about the clock. There was some problems because there was a face-off violation. I think what's going to happen is that clock is going to go back to the original time that was on there, which was about 17 seconds. There was the play ended. I mean, the whistle blew about the violation, and then we had the coach calling a timeout, so not 17 minutes and 50 seconds as they're trying to put on, but 17 seconds. And they're trying to program the scoreboard now and see how they're doing with that. Okay, 17.5 they're going to put on the clock. Hey, Volante's going to bring it in. We've got a pick set up high. The ball's knocked out of his stick. Nice play there, but and a little bit of a high stick there. That was noticeable because not only did the stick hit the other player's stick, South Brunswick stick, but it came right up underneath the chin strap there and dislodged the helmet. So we're going to have 1 minute slash penalty. And South Brunswick may just be content to hold the ball because if they have possession at the end of the quarter, if they have possession, then it won't be a face-off. They'll have possession to start the second half. So they're just going to hold the ball and run the timeout here. So they'll have about 55 seconds left on that 1 minute slash penalty as they go to the third quarter. But our score at halftime is a surprising 2-0 score here by East Brunswick. Not Jared Lynch, getting confused with perhaps an older sibling here. Wesley Lynch, 2 goals, 1 each late in each of the first 2 quarters, and from about 3 feet out too, so it's 4 feet out. It's not very far distance to shoot, but it managed to get it in there, and the Bears are up 2-0. So we'll be back with the second half action in just a moment. And we are back with second half action. Bears in front of the Vikings 2-0 here at J. Doyle Field. Good afternoon. I'm Ken Saroka, broadcasting all the action to you. Boys lacrosse today. We'll have girls lacrosse. We'll have some volleyball action later in this spring sports season here at East Brunswick High School. Bears led by Wesley Lynch, 2 goals, 1 each late in the half. And that's that kind of dagger goal where you have a lead or you're trying to protect the lead and trying not to see it expand if you're on the defense, and to have that score with 17 seconds left, for example, in the second quarter. That goal, when Lynch was a combination of a little bit of a check there on the South Brunswick defense and slipping on the field turf here, and from his knees bouncing it into the upper regions of the cage to put the Bears up 2-0. Another star for the Bears is John Glasscock, the junior goalie, who is amazing here. He's got at least a dozen saves, helped out by 5, unofficially 5 shots that have clanked off of the iron. South Brunswick certainly has had better chances, but unable to cash it in today. Now, because there was a penalty at the end of the second quarter and South Brunswick retained possession, they will have possession here. There will be no draw. Possession will take place on the other side of the field, far side of the field to start with. as Jake Wojciech has to serve the remainder of this penalty, which is about 55 seconds. So South Brunswick looking to tally their first here, as the Bears are going to pack it in the middle, pack it inside in front of the crease. Force South Brunswick to look for that outside shot. Knocked down by Krantz. Vellante cannot make it through the defense here, and the Bears rotate well on defense. Again, the reason why you pass it around constantly is to look for that. And finally breaking through for South Brunswick with a long shot on the man advantage is Connor Quigley. And the penalties did finally come to hurt the Bears. And that score coming only 27 seconds into this third quarter. Waiting here for everyone to get set, face the draw at midfield. Won but lost there. The ball's on the ground. Krantz looking to pick it up here. Playing a little bit of long stick midfielder, but he cannot control it. Ball out of bounds, Vikings possession. You can hear Vikings coach Mark Zemitsky calling his players to get more forward up here as Lahan, the goalkeeper, will outlet and trigger the offense here as start the offense. Vikings going very wide here. Krantz meets up with the outside there. In that case, and that was Sterner shot knocked down by Glasscock. Joseph picks it up for the Vikings. Get it up top. You can hear the coach yelling, get it up top, get it up top. They don't want it work from behind the net. And a Ward riding or pushing off with the free hand. That on Anthony Cipriano. Krantz will bring it across. Now he'll get out of here as quickly as possible if he can, because not usually involved in the offense here. Out of bounds. Yeah, the blue line there. It's hard to see. The blue line actually goes right through the soccer box there. And again, another opportunity for the Bears to set up an offense goes awry. And this is how the game started. The Bears did not have a really solid offensive possession till well in the first quarter. Wesley Lynch being hassled, knocked around, but luckily there to pick up the loose ball. Failure to advance again. Got to get the ball into the box area once it crosses midfield. A little bit of an opening. That shot bounced, and South Brunswick will retain possession. South Brunswick had a little more of an opening there as the Bears defense spaced out a little bit too much, but that bounce shot went wide. South Brunswick retains possession as they were closest.
Let's go, Vikings!
Vellante being checked by Wojciech, looking, diving across and firing it wildly. But picked up by the Bears. Krantz. Jake Krantz looking to get it in the box. Lynch, right in front, one-timed it, up top shelf. No look. That was a sweet goal as Krantz came across and found Lynch standing in the middle there and just took it in stride and rifled it home to give the Bears back their 2-goal lead at 3-1. That has to be deflating for the Vikings because They had outplayed the Bears, outscored them so far in this quarter, outplayed them. And the first time that they get a chance to set up in the box, boom, score. Scrum at midfield. White with a stick hold. That's against the Bears. South Brunswick with possession. And again, the Bears have had troubles on the face-offs, not only picking up the loose balls, but also with these violations, procedural and otherwise. Redfield looking to break it inside. Comes across the middle. Shot is at the feet. Again, this field turf has such a straightforward bounce. You're not going to see a lot of those slip by unless you really overplay it. But the outlet pass goes out of bounds. East Brunswick unable to clear. .8:33 left to go, third quarter. Bears up 3-1. GMC Red Division action here. Bears defense pursuing now, a little more forward, a little more outward. Krantz looking to use his superior size and reach with that long stick. Comes across, now break here. Looking in front was Danny Joseph sneaking in front, but he couldn't snipe the pass and shoot at the same time. But ball picked up by Sterner on the outside. Resch meeting him, trying to drive him to his non-shooting hand, the non-dominant. Joseph looking to crank one. Again, they've kind of inverted here. The attackmen are out top. That shot batted down, and Krantz once again picking up the loose ball. Bears pick it up across the sideline. Near the sideline coming in. Resch brings it into the box. Now looking to set up here. Kajowski to Lynch. .48 is the offensive play call for the Bears. You've heard that a few times here. Q, Krajowski, looking to roll, unable to find that crease in the, or that seam in the defense. Okay, McHugh now behind the net. Gotta be careful of that end line. You cannot see it, because it is a dark blue line here, and the shadows are starting to creep into that side of J. Doyle Field. A little bit of a loose stick here. Q looking to break it inside. Roll, roll, roll. Puts it on the ground. I don't know if that was an intended pass or a muffled shot. Lynch picks it up. Gonna have to use his strength to get through and bull rush through. And now picking it up and setting it up back to McNiven. Shane McNiven to Resch, who's getting a lot of serious time now since about midway through the second quarter. Sidearm shot there by McNiven. I don't think he saw his target, he was just trying to shoot it through. That went wide, but Lynch is the closest player there, and he'll take it in for the Bears. Shot at the feet, a little tough shot there because it wasn't a bounce shot and it wasn't really a tough shot, but saving it. And we have an injury, as that looks like it's McNiven, who might have come down hard on that ankle. And that might be the reason why that shot did not look, looked a little awkward. So we have an injury on the field here. Training staff coming over in the cart. Coach Rory Murray, Assistant Coach Granito. Sorry, that's yep. Coach Murray, Coach Stas. 5:44 remaining in this third quarter. Bears up 3-1. EBTV will be covering this Thursday night's game, girls lacrosse game. Again, you can check the schedule on the East Brunswick Public Library website to go to the EBTV logo there. EBTV broadcasts these games several times during the course of a week. Shane McNiven's okay, gets up. Kind of landed on funny, maybe rolled it just a little bit. But I think he might be just walking it off to the bench to get some further attention, maybe just to kind of stretch out maybe a little bit if it happened to be some kind of cramp. Looks like McNiven's okay. He's standing in line waiting to go back in. Ooh, high check there on Volante. Look, that could have been called if it came up. And Bears playing with 4 long sticks on defense. And that's why you do it. You have an extra person out there on the front to track those passes down. A little bit of a scrum here. Who's going to be able to pick it up? Wait. A timeout with possession here. Didn't really see possession, but timeout called. 5:10 remaining third quarter. Bears up 3-1. 3 goals by Wesley Lynch. Grand total of distance from the cage for all 3, probably about 20 feet. But it's a lot easier sometimes to score that close if you can manage to find just enough space. Bears coming off an opening loss at Vernon, 10-2, Vernon Township. Looking for their first win this season. South Brunswick did win an opening game against I think it was a Long Island school, again this Saturday. Saturday was the first, I believe, official day that teams could play regular season games. Sports schedule continues during the spring break. No rest for the coaches and no vacation for the players. And with the East Brunswick spring break extended by 2 days because of this wonderful and glorious weather we've had over this winter, gives an opportunity for the coaches, I guess, to refocus a little bit early in the season, work on some things without any schoolwork interfering right away. Jake Wojewicz will trigger. Got a full ride on, but here it's full press as Wojewicz is going to be double teamed, and all of the the only open man right now on the East Brunswick defensive side of midfield is all the way across the field. So South Brunswick looking to trap and force that long throw. Wojewicz manages to get it to Resch, and the Bears will now set up in the attack zone. Very good clear there. Precise throw by Wojewicz across the field. Knocked to the ground is Anthony Fisher. Resch gets knocked over. Yeah, there you get the foul coming from the outside official. Second foul. We might have a 2-man advantage here for the Bears. There was going to be the 1 foul for the first push, but then that second one. And yeah, it's rare to see, but officials do have two penalty flags in. Both unnecessary roughness calls here, so there's going to sit for at least 1, if not 2 minutes, depending on whether or not the Bears are successful here on the man up. And again, we're playing 6-on-5 defensively. Instead of having 2 individual players, it looks like this is just a double penalty on one. So a little confusion there in the South Brunswick defense. They were going to come out and challenge right away. Instead, they're going to kind of peel back into a loose 2-1-2 zone. Bears content to work it here. It kills time, plus it also provides an opportunity to look for that one good shot. Rifle shot, there it was, as McNiven's, he's hurt. He looks like he's a little hurt there. That shot, I don't know if he pulled something on the shot, but that shot rifled top shelf. And it looked like he might be, it might be that might be the same injury there. He came back down after that shot and kind of grimaced a little bit. And the man advantage goal there for the Bears puts them up 4-1. Wojciech picks it up, gives it to Krantz. Krantz looking to pick it up, make it way through. Inside and looking again for the kind of alley-oop pass to Lynch inside, and that goes wide. That worked in the first quarter. 4:12 left to go. Bears up 4-1 here at J. Doyle Field. That ball is loose on the ground. Who's going to be able to pick it up? Getting to it, Colin Pennington. Pennington's forced out. The ball's loose, and the ball will go over to South Brunswick. Krantz, Wojciech, Pennington, and Robinson, the long stick defenders here. But it's one of the short sticks, Ben Resch, who manages to knock the ball, put on the ground. Volante, who we haven't really called a lot lately, gets it. Ball's on the ground. Oh, and inadvertently passed it right back to defender. Coming back on defense again, collapsing in. And there's going to be a call there as somebody came up from behind and really waylaid. Push from behind with possessions, 30-second technical penalty. And that was on Pennington. Colton Pennington, excuse me. Colton Pennington is junior. Puts the Bears down 30 seconds. Again, Vikings look to keep it around the outside, looking for that mismatch, that overload. Behind the cage. Volante's had his kind of submarine shot. I think he was going to go for that. Knocked out, and since it wasn't a shot but a pass, was not on cage, it goes out, Bears possession. That ball's knocked out and on the ground. Wojciech is knocked out of bounds. Bears fail to clear. But that particular 30-second foul is over. And we have another penalty.
He was on the field when I'm hearing her say two. I'm hearing her voice, and he's in front of me. Let's go, Vikings!
And that was
so there was at least 2 seconds on that penalty, right? Plus an additional 30.
So he's going to have to serve. Apparently, the player coming on. Now, you can substitute for somebody who's in the penalty box. So they had a long stick defender in there, and the penalty was coming up. So they wanted to put a short stick in there. But in this case, the short stick that was in the penalty, serving the remainder of that time, Michael Solimini, left the penalty box 2 seconds early. So he has to serve the remaining 2 plus an additional 30, giving South Brunswick another opportunity with the man advantage. Just waiting here for something to develop. Bears are content to just pack it in and let South Brunswick. Now, Palenti going to fire. Shot off Glasgow. Got it, caught it high. Don't know if it would have been on cage, but Glasgow got it and knocked it out. South Brunswick retains possession. And they're going to give a score there. Now there was a penalty also. I think a check either late could be added to this.
Goal is good. Twice. 2-4 led. 1 minute. He will serve. Goal is good.
And you heard that explanation right there. That slash came after the shot. And I don't know whether that was on the shooter itself or someone standing around. But with 2:12 left to go, again, momentum, which seemed to be favoring the Bears, posting 2 goals in this quarter, have also surrendered 2 goals, and now with another man advantage. As Daniel Robinson got called for the 1-minute slash. And yeah, you heard that. That was rather high check, and that hand slipped up there and caught underneath. So, yep.
Play smart, Drew. Play smart.
Still on the man advantage here. Man up with about maybe 25 seconds left to go in this penalty. South Brunswick pulling it out. That's Joseph. Quickly, Sterner. Penalty over. Galante gets in, wraps it around Glasscock. And South Brunswick brings it to within 1. Minute 8 left to go. Defenders are all talking whose responsibility that was. Penalty had just expired, but that player had not yet managed to get really into the defensive flow. See if the Bears can have some late heroics here, as they did in the first 2 quarters, scoring under 1 minute each in the first and second quarter by Wesley Lynch. And that time, South Brunswick called for the procedural violation. Break here for South Brunswick, but their pass goes wide. Had an opportunity there as McNevin was, I don't want to say caught sleeping, but had his pocket picked there after the whistle had blown for the infraction. South Brunswick now going to full ride here, pressing the outlets. Not a full ride here, as we don't see anybody from the midfield line coming back. And Wojciech just kind of rolls it all the way across to Krantz. Krantz going to look, drop it in the middle, and Bears will operate. McNevin now will get it in the box and loses possession. $30 left to go. South Brunswick has outscored the Bears 3-2 in this quarter, but trail 4-3 on the scoreboard. Now, running from full speed from up on top, trying to break it in. Glasscock, easy shot, no screen in front, plus that shot was waist high. Wojciech 2 seconds left to go. And time has expired in the third quarter. Game's getting a little interesting here as the Bears do break through with 2, but South Brunswick scores 3 to put their first markers on the board. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a minute. Back here at J. Doyle Field, East Brunswick Bears 4, South Brunswick Vikings 3. Hi, I'm Ken Saroka, bringing all the action to you boys lacrosse today in this first week of the spring sports season here at East Brunswick High School. Bears got on the board in the first and second quarters, holding a 2-0 lead at halftime as Wesley Lynch scored late in each of the quarters. Lynch added his third goal of the game and along with a goal from Shane McNevin. But South Brunswick tallied 3 times to draw within 1 here. Bears been sloppy with the ball. And then, although there have been fewer opportunities for the South Brunswick Vikings, they have cashed them in. The draw at midfield. Picked up by South Brunswick, looking to break right away. South Brunswick really spreading it out here. They're changing lines here. And that pass was intended to out front for Grznacki, but picked up by Glasscock, and the Bears will control. Easy out here. And bringing it across. Oh, what a bad pass, and it goes out the back end line. And the Bears have started like this in each of the quarters. Their first few possessions in each of the quarters has been error-plagued. Vellante to Sterner. Looking for that one-on-one isolation, looking for a screen, a pick.
There you go, Jake. There you go, Jake. Stay on it.
Wojciewicz harassing Sterner, now passes it out to Quigley. South Brunswick much more deliberate here than they've been, but Quigley looking for the break. Double team comes out. Behind, Grznacki to Joseph, and looking for, again, that one break in the seam of the defense here. Bunching up in the middle, looking to roll the cage. Ball is on the ground, and stepping back into the crease was carrying the ball back. The defender cannot carry the ball back into the crease. He can pass it back to the goalkeeper, but cannot carry it himself. And again, the lines for the boys lacrosse field here are blue, and with no direct sunlight on them right now in that end of the field, it's going to be very hard to see those boundary lines. Shot wide. South Brunswick retains possession. Ten minutes left to go, fourth quarter. And an awarding, it's using the free hand, free elbow to push off. Possession Bears. Krantz now is going to get the pass from Wojciewicz. Come across. Lynch in the middle, again, looking for that kind of cherry picking where you're there and the pass comes quickly in, but Lynch then rotates back. Ball's on the ground. And McHugh thought he was going to get some help, and instead, South Brunswick picks up the ground ball and goes across. Stick check there by Krantz. Another stick check by Wojciewicz, and the ball is picked up. McNevin lost his stick. And Joseph will pick it up for the Vikings. Opportunity for the Bears to pick up a couple of loose balls there. Failed to do so. A little bit of a stumble there, and That pass is gonna go all the way to the back corner, and it's out. That was not a shot. And again, that time the South Brunswick offensive player had a hard time seeing those lines and stepped across them. Krantz looking up in the sun, gets that pass. Bears will set up. That ball was knocked down. Going to have a penalty there on Lynch for a loose ball push. Now, even though Lynch is an offensive player, that penalty has to come on the defensive side, so you only can have 5 defenders. Working it around again patiently. Valante's standing right in front, looking for the kind of dunk pass here. Quigley looked like he was going to wind and fire. Penalty is over. And Valante manages to get the one-timer and drive it past for his second goal of the game, and we're tied at 4. .806 remaining. You have to be aware of where he is on the field. In the first half, they managed to force him out wider and higher. This half he's been down low, essentially 10, maybe 5 to 10 yards away from the crease. Tied at 4. South Brunswick picks up the draw. And these draws are going to start adding up here. Possession, fourth quarter, equals opportunities. Looking for cutters. Again, South Brunswick's been good at this because they're drawing the East Brunswick defenders out. In that case, Quigley came out front with a left-handed shot and tried to drop it short side. That ball's on the ground. It's going to reach midfield. Shot wide.
Ball Bears.
Wojewicz comes out on Valante. A rush for the ball here. Offside there. Oh, a pass into McHugh and deflected it on Cage. And now South Brunswick with numbers, looking for the break. That pass inside, intended for Cipriano, goes wide, and Bears will retain possession. 6:29 remaining. That's a high pass knocked down. Picked up by the defense for South Brunswick. And East Brunswick would have been called for an offside, but timeout South Brunswick with 6:07 left to go in this fourth quarter. I'd like to thank the EBTV technical crew. Come out and do a great job supporting East Brunswick High School athletics through these broadcasts on EBTV, our local cable channel, located at the Public Library building, the municipal complex. Our major producer, Dave Ambrosi, there in the truck, as well as the other technical people who are here, cameramen and crew. It takes them about 2 hours to get everything set up and organized for this. And then they have the job of, unfortunately, packing it all up and taking it back with them because they do a lot of live local events in addition to covering East Brunswick High School athletics. 6:07 left to go. Bears have not scored since McNevin's goal about halfway through quarter number 3. South Brunswick tied the game here after scoring 3 in the third quarter. East Brunswick looking for their first victory of the season. For Coach Rory Murray. Shadows starting to creep in. I don't know if that's going to make that big a difference. But on the other side, if you've got a pass coming from this close sideline across the field, that might be a little difference as the sun is essentially setting over our broadcast position behind us. You can see the shadows covering now roughly about half of the field, but with some of the areas, particularly around the goals, covered even more because of the trees behind us. Sterner brings it in, walks it into the box, and then comes out. Valenti comes across his body and puts it far side, and has his third goal of the game. South Brunswick takes the lead 5-4. That's perhaps where having somebody pursue is not the best way to go about it, because with a little bit of space, a little bit of gap, you can fire it. You might see a defensive change to more of a zone, which is a little more effective in spacing. Wojciech will take the draw at midfield. Vikings with their first lead of the game, 5:49 left to go. And that's on the ground. Working it behind, working. Again, South Brunswick content with the 5-4 lead to take their time, force East Brunswick to chase. A lot of spacing here as you look at the 6 offensive players here, and they are really spread out. Nobody in the middle here as now you start to see some cutters across the cage. Time running down. East Brunswick needs a fortunate turnover, change of possession here, and a goal to restore the momentum. Now we're playing keep it in. They have to keep it in the box. South Brunswick scores as Quigley comes down, gets the pass, and puts a little dink shot in. East Brunswick ball watching, not manning up, and South Brunswick goes up 6-4. Imperative now more than ever for the Bears to get possession and stem the tide. South Brunswick scoring 3 consecutive. And that's true, he did look like it was a little early. South Brunswick picks up the ball possession here. Black 21, South Brunswick with the loose ball push. Now Krantz coming across midfield. Again, looking for Lynch inside. And they're going to have a foul there. Possession will go to East Brunswick. Again, an opportunity here, the first in several minutes for the Bears to set up offensively. Krajowski. McNevin's coming on here. Krajowski loses the ball. Ball's on the ground. Nice move there by the long stick defender to push it forward. Ball's again on the ground. Bears cannot pick it up. Wojciech does pick it up. Bears looking to run with numbers. Lynch trying to work his way inside, but his shot is muffled, but picked up by McHugh. Lynch could not get his arm free. That was a trip, no call. Coach Murray livid on the sideline, jumping up and down. But I guess the way it looked at with McHugh not really having possession, it kind of looked like he was unstable there. And again, this is a tough game, and the Bears have to make every possession count. Down 2 at 6-4 with 3:05 left to go, fourth quarter. Just waiting, and again, the Bears cannot afford. Referee is calling for keep it in the box. The idea here would be for a defender to push him outside the blue restraining box. Wojciech. Giveaway in front and a score. Wojciech was trying to dump it back to the goalkeep, and Glasscock was going the other way. It was trying to come out to meet it, and the ball goes in front, and sitting there able to cherry pick it for the Vikings is Anthony Cipriano. 4 straight goals here for South Brunswick late. Draw at midfield. Procedure call. South Brunswick with possession. Bears have to gamble here defensively, but that exposes the holes. South Brunswick will take a timeout. 2:12 left. Again, under 2 minutes now. The offensive team with the lead has to bring the ball into the box and keep it in the box. They cannot play a wide 4 corners. This game will be rebroadcast a couple of times during the month, along with other East Brunswick spring sports, as we kicked into the gear this week here, full tilt action. And then we come back and broadcast some games after the spring recess. But teams still have action during that break. No spring break for these athletes, except to enjoy perhaps a little bit of a respite from their academics. Here at J. Doyle Field, 2:12 left to go, fourth quarter. South Brunswick has scored the last 4 goals, scored the only 4 goals of this quarter to take a 7-4 lead. Bears unable to control on offense, unable to get even a good shot on goal during this fourth quarter. Shows how dominant South Brunswick is, and whether that's the tired legs or just the sloppy play, but the Bears have not been able to put any kind of pressure, cannot been able to deflate any of this pressure by South Brunswick. South Brunswick has been much more disciplined with the ball, penalty-wise. South Brunswick not committing a lot of fouls. The Bears did take advantage of a 2 minutes man up situation. Now, you have Valenti will take the ball at the far sideline with 2:12 left to go. Timers at the bench are calling out time here. South Brunswick not interested really in shooting here, but now they have to keep it inside the box. You're going to see them just hold now. Possession the key. Hopefully for them not to put the ball on the ground and force East Brunswick to chase. Ball's going to be in the hand of your best players here, and that's Valente who gets checked. They were going to call, I think, a ward, but that call was knocked off by the change of possession. South Brunswick with possession, minute 29 left. And again, they have to keep it in the box now. Joseph, the smallest guy out there right now, running around, sneaking in and out, getting banged around. Again, no interest in going to goal, just kind of running it out, running the clock down, a minute left to go. As long as he stays inside the box. Now the ball's on the ground, but a rough check there, unfortunately, by Dan Robinson, and he'll go off for the 1 minute slash to the head. And if you're Coach Rory Murray, you have to be frustrated here, having the momentum, having the lead, and just letting it slip away. There's really nothing really to do here. I mean, it's the same personnel out there, no injuries, just better execution on the part of South Brunswick or lapses on defense here by the Bears. Bears down a man here, having to guard everybody out there. You see Glasscock, the goalkeeper, is actually guarding a man behind the cage. South Brunswick's not really interested here in scoring. Once they get in the box, all they're doing is going to be running around. Wojciech trying to over pursue. And another penalty call here. 35 seconds. 35 seconds left. Bears down 2 men right now. As we count it down, South Brunswick with possession. You'll hear the timekeeper on the field count it down for the officials.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is our contest. South Brunswick goes to 2-0. Bears go to 0-2. A rather disappointing game here. The way it ended started out in such a hopeful, encouraging note as the Bears went up 2-0 at halftime, shutting down the skill players of the Vikings, but unable to control the momentum in that late third and early fourth quarter. And South Brunswick got their legs under them and managed to score 4 unanswered goals to go from 4-3 down to a 7-4 victory. I'd like to thank again the EBTV technical crew for their help here in broadcasting this game. Again, final score, South Brunswick 7, East Brunswick 4. I'm Ken Saroka. Have a great day.